Hi there, and welcome to the how-to guide on making tabs for subgroups of your data. Instead of doing the how-to guide on a Google Doc, I thought it'd be fun to try it on video since working with spreadsheets is a little bit more involved than just a step-by-step process. Particularly as I went through this, I found there's possibly some errors that might happen, and I'm going to show you a couple of those and how to kind of troubleshoot them. So if you notice, I have my whole subset of data, or my whole sample of data from a survey I did at the start of Unit 3 for Math 7. And this was the same document that I used to make the mean, median, and mode for my data in the how-to guide on how to program mean, median, mode functions on a spreadsheet. But if you notice over in the left-hand column here, the blocks C block and D block are kind of mixed up. And so what I thought might be good is use this as a chance to be able to show you how to take this data and to organize it into smaller subgroups if you wanted to compare things. So for example, if I wanted to compare the accuracy of the answers in C block compared to D block on one of the questions, this is one way I could do that. Now, the reason why I want to make extra tabs here before I start to delete or move anything is as I make a tab, in this first tab we're going to call C block. One of the things that will happen when I go to sort this first column is the mean, median, and mode, if they're still programmed, those functions are programmed in there, they'll actually get shuffled up into the sorting that happens in the data. So the best thing I found is to take those and to just delete those for now in my tab titled C block. So then I'm going to go up here, I'm going to click my little arrow next to the C column, and I'm going to sort by A to Z. And again, it just sorts my entire set of responses, grouping each of the C blocks in the first part of the alphabetically. Now, before I actually delete the D block responses, I'm going to do the same thing and make a copy. And this time around, that's going to be my D block copy. And the reason why I do that is now I have C block and D block both sorted in each of those places. And so I come back to the C block one and I select all of the D block responses, and I can just either hit delete, or if you want to, you can right click and click delete rows. When I go to D block, I do the same thing. It's really important here that I make sure to delete the rows and not just hit the delete button, but that you want to delete them because it will shift all of the D block data up in the spreadsheet at that point. So you can see now I have all my D block responses in that tab, my C block responses in this one. So I need to get into programming the mean, median, and mode. Now, the challenge I found when I went through this on my first attempt to make this video was when I actually select these three rows and I copy them and I go to C block and I paste them in, I end up with this error right here. And what that says is reference doesn't exist. What it means really is the cells that were programmed on that overall, the whole group tab, don't apply to this one. And so what we need to do is actually go through and delete all of these responses. And then we're just going to reprogram our mean, median, and mode. So remember to do that. It's average. And then I want to have the cells starting from here up to the start. And so I select those and I hit enter. And then same thing for median. And if I want to select them, I can. I actually prefer type them in. So G2 is this first cell up here. G17 is this one here. So I have G2 to G17. And notice it highlights that whole range, just like I talked about in the previous how-to guide. And then my mode is going to be, again, and I can, if I want, I can pull down from the top. Either way gets us there. And once I program that, I can go through, paste them, and just like with the directions on the how to do the mean, median, mode document, is I can see that it then transferred that data over. I'm going to do the same thing on D block, and I'm going to program them again, and this is where that starts to become, and notice it gives you suggested data once you've done it a few times, so it suggests maybe I should do this. I want to do median, and it's going to, and we want to do the same range, so we're doing from G2 all the way to G19. Oops, clicked out of that a little bit early. G19, and then for my mode, it's going to be G2 to G19. And again, we know we've done the right set of range because I see the data I want is highlighted in orange. And then, just like with the last doc, we go through and we paste it in. And what's great about this is now I have a set of data that says, and one of the ones that stood out to me is this last question where the average response to the median in D block was 7.33, and in C block was 7.78. And if we look here and look at those numbers in order, there's the first, the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. The third would be 8. So we can see that C block in this case is actually closer in the accuracy of their answer on average. And then if I go back to the whole set, notice that the mean is of the whole set of data is going to be somewhere between the averages of the subsets. And so that's the nice part about being able to start to look at subgroups within data, is you can start to look at what different parts of a population or different parts of a sample said in response to something you want to focus in on your research as you analyze your truth and power data. So this is just a quick video on how to make two different subgroup tabs that allow you to look at the data from your whole group. So now I have three different kind of reference points in my conversation around data. There's going to be another video right behind this where I'm going to build off of this spreadsheet and to look at how do I use a spreadsheet to calculate the mean absolute deviation. So I encourage you to watch that once you've recorded all of your data to the data collection document in the Lesson 3 homework.